Morning all, hope you're doing well, hope you're staying safe. It is Monday the 22nd of June 2020. Today is Reservation Day for all those of you who are staying on site and have your tickets to hand. Good luck with that. Please let me know how you get on. It was Father's Day yesterday, and as you can see, maybe you can see, I've got my Hit the Theme Parks branded t-shirt on. This was one of my little presents yesterday from my kids, so I'm so grateful for that. Not available for purchase yet. Okay, getting on to the headlines. US cases still trending up a little bit, but deaths still trending down, so good news there. Florida cases, it was another record day on Saturday, came down slightly yesterday. Still, if you look at the stats though, hospitalizations and deaths not keeping pace, thank God, with the number of cases. So that's actually leading to a pretty good story, I think. Governor DeSantis has finally acknowledged that it's not just testing that's leading to more cases, actually more people being stupid are leading to more cases. But he still refuses to mandate wearing of masks in Florida, still thinks that that's up to people's own choice. So that's his thoughts on the matter. Disney has published a list of attractions and shows which will not be available from park opening on July the 11th and July the 15th. That is actually quite an extensive list, so please have a look at that if you're thinking about coming to the parks. Disney's also published a list of additional resorts, hotels, which are going to be open from July the 10th through to middle of October. So again, if you've got a reservation for a Disney park resort, then please look at that list. Shocker, no virtual lines at Disney on park opening. I thought that I got this stuff down pat, but no virtual lines. I don't think even for Ride of the Resistance. So expect long lines, even though the capacity is going to be reduced. If you're going on those early days, expect long lines. I suffered this at SeaWorld where there was not many people there. They don't have virtual queuing either. Not pleasant, so be aware. There are questions surrounding several aspects of the park reservation system and other things, so I've captured them from the Disney Moms panel. Even answered another one of mine, so well done Disney Moms panel. Do have a look at that, because there's quite a few questions in there that you might get the answers to your questions from. That is it. That's the headlines for today. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe. Hit that notification bell, press all, and you'll get this stuff 6 days a week. Right now, something different on a Sunday. If you're liking the stuff, if you're getting some value out of it, please do like it. The algorithm for YouTube does like likes, and I'm told from only a couple of days ago, it also likes shares. So if you know anybody else you think might benefit from this, please do share the video as well. Okay, let's get to the news. Over the weekend, cases in the United States overall were still relatively high. On Saturday, 33,388 cases were recorded, and yesterday 26,079 cases, with cases still trending up. US deaths though continue to trend down, with 573 recorded on Saturday and 267 recorded yesterday. Yesterday's number was the lowest since March the 23rd, which was only a week into when the numbers started to be created. In Florida on Saturday, another daily record was set with 4,049 cases being recorded. Yesterday that number was 3,494. You can see that trend started to go up from June the 4th, which was phase 2 reopening. We had 40 deaths in Florida on Saturday and 17 yesterday. The 7-day moving average is still around where it was 3 weeks ago. Yesterday, Orange County, where the theme parks are located, was second only to Miami-Dade in the number of new cases recorded. Percentages of people who took the test were down a little bit over the weekend, with 14.26 on Saturday and 9.18% yesterday. Hospitalizations were also down, as were deaths. Across the week, 7.34% of people who took the test proved positive. That's 1% more than last week. Percentages for hospitalizations and deaths were also up, but only very slightly. Governor DeSantis has finally admitted that the spike of cases isn't simply due to the number of tests being carried out. He also said on Saturday that some businesses, especially bars with young patrons seen packed close together and not social distancing, need to be reined in. He said, "You do hear reports of people who are just jam-packed in there, and that's just not the way we're going to do things. There's a reason why it was done that way, and it wasn't just pulled out of a hat." It does appear though that any executive order for mandatory wearing of masks across Florida will not happen. DeSantis said, "If you say you're going to be prosecuted, or wear a mask, they'll say, geez, they were telling me not to wear one in March, now they're telling me to do it." DeSantis said, "We're going to trust people to make good decisions." It seems to have been confirmed that the refurbishment for Spaceship Earth has now been pushed back, although Walt Disney World's own website doesn't confirm this and still has Spaceship Earth down as being refurbished. This news came from a Zoom from the local 362 union, which is the union responsible for representing attractions. There is no reason, however, to assume that this news isn't correct. Disney has released a list of attractions and shows which will not be operational on day one of reopening. This list is courtesy of Blog Mickey. In the Magic Kingdom, these are Casey Jr.'s Splash and Soak Station, Enchanted Tales with Belle, Frontierland Shooting Arcade, Main Street Vehicles, Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor, and Stitch's Great Escape. In Animal Kingdom, these attractions and shows are also off the menu at the moment. They are The Boneyard, Primeval Whirl, Finding Nemo the Musical, Up, A Great Bird Adventure, and The Festival of the Lion King. At Hollywood Studios, the Star Wars Launch Bay, Indiana Jones Stunt Show, Voyage of the Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast live on stage, and the Frozen Sing-Along will not operate on day one. Finally, in Epcot, these attractions and shows have been postponed for the time being. The Advanced Training Lab, Beauty and the Beast Sing-Along, Bruce's Shark World, and Turtle Talk with Crush. Yesterday, Disney World announced a number of resorts that would reopen on the following dates. On July the 10th, Disney's Animal Kingdom Villas Jambo House, Disney's Pop Century Resort and Disney's Contemporary Resort. On July 29th, Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. On August the 12th, Disney's Polynesian Village Resort and Disney's Art of Animation Resort. On August 24th, Disney's Yacht and Beach Club Resort. On September the 21st, Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. On October the 1st, Disney's Boardwalk Resort, and finally on October the 14th, Disney's Coronado Springs Resort. According to Scott Gustin on Twitter, he doesn't usually get things wrong. Disney has told cast members there will be no virtual queues used for attractions when the parks reopen. That's a bit of a shocker to me. I thought that most rides would now be on virtual queues. Finally, there have been quite a few questions posed around the new Disney World reservation system for parks, and here are a few of those questions and answers from the Disney Moms panel. The first is, does your annual pass have to be activated before you can make a reservation in the parks? The answer to that question is no, it does not. Will the Disney dining plan be offered for 2021? The quick answer to that is there is no date for that yet. They answered one of my questions, which actually came from somebody else, but it was about other select hotel guests and which resorts would be eligible for reserving park spots on June the 22nd. So they include the Four Seasons Orlando, the Walt Disney World Swan and Dolphin, the Waldorf Astoria Orlando, and those under more great accommodations. So if you think you might have one of those hotels, please look under more great accommodations. A question was asked about split stays, which are part on-site, part off-site. The answer to that is that you will need 2 different reservation numbers and you will not be able to book your off-site ones today. A lot of questions have been asked about tickets and their validity after September the 26th, 2021. Disney have basically said that they don't know yet whether the system will still be in use at that point or if park reservations will be needed. Okay, so be lucky with those reservations today. If you are staying on site and you do have tickets in hand, I hope you do get your reservations for when you want them. If you're not staying on site, if you're an AP holder, that's the 26th of June. And if you're off site and you're not an AP holder but you do have tickets, that's the 28th of June. So get your stuff ready for My Disney Experience and make sure that you're ready to go 7 a.m. Eastern, 12 o'clock in the UK. US cases are trending up. Florida has a good amount of those cases. Over 10% of those cases yesterday in the whole of the US came from Florida. So we're not doing well on the report card, if you like. But having said that, even though we've got a lot of cases still, we're not keeping pace with those cases, with hospitalizations and deaths. And I've had a few people say to me, yes, well, they're going to lag, aren't they? But if you look at the last 3 weeks where the cases started to go up, hospitalizations and deaths have not increased significantly at all. In fact, they've been pretty stable. So I'm still thinking that the demographic is changed, and we know that. So less people are getting affected with hospitalizations and deaths. So that's good news. Cases are not good news. and at least now we do have this mandatory mask wearing in Orange County and in Osceola County. I do hope that people will be sensible. I was in Costco yesterday, and I've got to say that probably 90% of people now have masks on, which has changed from last time I was there, so that's good. People seem to be taking notice of it now, and we're not even in Orange, we're in Seminole, but people are still wearing masks. DeSantis, why you can't just mandate the wearing of masks in the state, I don't know. It would have to help us, especially down south where there doesn't seem to be any mandate for wearing masks at all at the moment. So he just doesn't want to impinge on people's rights. He's one of those people. So that's where we are with Ron DeSantis. This list of attractions and shows that aren't taking place, See, my wife is one of those people who doesn't like roller coasters, but she loves the shows. So now there's no Nemo, there's no Lion King, there's no Beauty and the Beast. You know, those are three major shows that she loves and now won't be able to see. So I don't know what benefit she'll get actually from going to the parks. Look, she'll still come along, but I'm going to try and get her on some rides. I'll have to, otherwise she's going to have a pretty dull time. Yeah, just more benefits, if you like, of going to Disney now being taken away. Not great at all, in my view. Pleased that they've put more resorts out there, especially the First Value Resort. You do have to contact them. If you have a resort that's not been listed and you've got a reservation, you do need to contact them to see if they can move you into another resort. They haven't said yet whether they're going to charge you any more money for that, so yeah, have that discussion with them ASAP, because I'm sure people will be calling them up all the time now to move reservations, and they could get filled up. No virtual lines. I can't believe this. I thought that they would have had their software going and things in place so that the majority of attractions would have virtual lines now, and it seems that none of them are going to have, even Rise of Resistance. So I'm not sure how that ride's going to work now. I guess you're going to stand in a long line. So we can expect long lines throughout the parks in Disney now, unfortunately. I'm hopefully going to get my annual pass preview on the 9th or 10th of July, so I'm going to obviously make a video and tell you how that works. I hope you're going to get some value out of the Disney Moms panel little section. There's a ton of questions. People ask the same questions over and over again, and they are pretty good at answering them. So I am bringing the ones that I can see that might impinge on park reservations right now to this channel and putting them out there for you guys, so maybe you'll get some peace of mind. So that's it for today. Hopefully you'll get your reservations. Hopefully you'll get them on the 26th and the 28th as well. And yeah, that's it for today. So take care, stay well. I'll see you again tomorrow. Until then, cheers for now.